Hello, everybody. How are you? Good to be here. Sunday. Yep, I've been working with Jane today, but there's always time to bring you a recap of yesterday's very interesting and informative uh, global update from our CEO, Ashmi Farah. I was enthralled in it. I think personally, it's probably the most informative, interesting one we've had for a good couple of years. A lot of information was given yesterday, and I'm going to do my very best to recap it for you, maybe fill in some of the blanks, and also maybe explain a few things that people are worried about, anxious about, and that is understandable, especially when so much information is given and there's a lot of unknowns there. A lot of anxiety is caused because of it, and I will try my very best to uh, fill in the little blanks and bits and pieces from what our CEO said. So I like to start off with my recaps, as I always do, with how he looked. For a start, he was at his office, not at home, and this meant that it is a serious business meeting conducted from his business space. And I thought that was a great part of the webinar. He also looked very relaxed and very excited. He was moving around a lot, wasn't he? A bit like a cat on a hot tin roof. And that is because he seriously is excited about what is happening right now. It is the culmination of an awful lot of hard work over the last 2 years to just get to this point. And I personally thought that the information that we were given was a breath of fresh air. I thought it was a massive light for us to look at from the darkness of where we've come into where we are going. It gives us all a sense of purpose now. We know how this transition is going to happen, where we need to go, and the stage of what we're going to do. Obviously, we don't know the middle part, what it's going to look like, and how we then go from that into the initial business itself. But it certainly has given us something to look forward to and something for us all to get our teeth seriously into as far as our collective future is concerned. So again, thank you so much for everybody who was on the panel. Thank you for the people who were there at a private meeting afterwards as well. And a big thanks to my brother, Daryl Cook, who did some excellent notes. And along with the ones I took, hopefully I will do you all proud with this recap from the Global Live update with Mr. Ashmu Farah yesterday, which was Saturday, 27th of September 2025. Oh my word. On another note, today, 28th of September 2018, is the day that I decided to join this business to change my life. And it is a journey that I would not give up for anything. I know where I'm going. I know that it is going to change my life. And I'm extremely happy and proud to see this through, to stay the course to the very end. Anyway, let's get going then. And we will try our very best to fill in a few blanks as we're going along. So Susie and Jean both welcomed us, and Jean introduced our CEO, Ashmu Farah, and he came on and he said that I am your friend and I'm coming from Florida, Sunshine State. He is having a great time in life at the moment, feeling of success and really energized and pumped up. You could really see that in him. He apologized for the slight delay and confusion. Now, it was to do with how the background of the rotators, getting it onto YouTube through using third-party software as far as the video is concerned. it is complicated, and absolutely hats off to Julie Wen, who has worked tirelessly with very little sleep over the last couple of days to exactly get it happening. We learnt a lot. We know more for the next time, and with the things that we've implemented through the testing, etc., we are quietly confident that we won't have that problem again. But obviously, in the future, we won't be using third parties. We'll be using our own bits and pieces. So we are now going to a new altitude, he said, appreciating everyone for attending live. And I can tell you now, as the live attendees, 3 hours after the live finished, there was over 270,000 people that had viewed the live across all of the YouTubes that were streaming it there. So that is massive, guys. 270,000 people had viewed the live. So hats off to getting that out to as many people. He did say that the posting is going to be recorded and posted in your back office as soon as that is rendered through. And time now is very, very crucial. And he sets out why it is crucial moving forward. He wanted to talk to us about 3 main things. One was the number 2 survey, which we all filled out last week. He wanted to also talk about the next steps that will take us, transition us into the new chapter with the new vehicle, okay, and also related to the survey, which was that part, and also the mechanics of how that transition is going to happen. Now, as far as the survey is concerned, I know that he wanted to be able to show us on a screen share exactly what was going on. I know some of the figures that came from it, but I am going to allow him to bring those figures to you because I know he was extremely excited about them. They are remarkable, in fact, and those figures that it will bring to us at the next webinar, and he'll tell us all about those as well. So I'll allow him to do that for the next webinar, but rest assured they were amazing. Nothing short of amazing, a long line with survey number 1, but survey number 2 was just as interesting, just as good as that first one. So he said that the reason for survey number 2 was to quantify how many folks were still interested. Now, if you remember one of my lives, I was explaining the difference between qualify and quantify. Okay, quantify is the amount of people, right? And qualify is what you have to do to actually go to the next stage. Hundreds of thousands are willing to stick around, and no matter how much time it takes, he said. Survey 2 revealed how many people would actually qualify to move to the next chapter. So they were finding out how many people, number-wise, are then going to be eligible to move forward and get qualified to move into the next chapter. And your conviction will surely increase once you know exactly where we are going. The vast majority, he said, of people are excited to move forward. The readiness and seriousness of the survey takers was even higher than the first survey from around the globe. Now, we had those figures, didn't we, from the first one. So if you think of survey number 2 being even higher numbers, okay, this is at the hundreds of thousands, okay, are committed and behind the move into the next big, bold, beautiful dream. He used to say, I used to do it or die. He didn't die. So guess what we're going to be doing? We're going to be doing it. And he said in just 3 months ago, when we started the new communication of the O News results, remember, they are where we go into our OES to find out exactly what's going. This gave us more clarity and excitement that led to today's turning point. And the webinar today really was a turning point. It was that change from what we know right now to a holding area, to the next part. And we'll get into exactly what that's called and what we are going to have to do to get into that holding area. He actually gave me a shout and said that Redfern said the easiest way was to give it all up, chuck the towel in. And I've said that to him on many occasions. In fact, I've actually said to him, I'm very proud of him that he didn't chuck the towel in. It would have been the easiest answer, wouldn't it? He has taken so much flack over the last years for the old business and things that went wrong. And most people, and I really mean most people, would have said, I'm done with this. I can't allow my family, me to go through this any longer. I've done my best, but I'm on my own. He hasn't done this. Why? Because he's not a give up kind of guy. That's not what the company decided to do, he said. There is nothing, he said, as fulfilling as when you take people to the top with you. We've said it an awful lot, haven't we, in the past, that money doesn't motivate him. That is not what he gets off on. That's not his get out of bed in the morning, the money side of things. We know that he has been successful in his own right, a master marketer, all sorts of other things as well that he has been involved with and been very, very successful. The money side is not what excites him. It's not what energizes him. Being able to do something that will make you guys out there successful, that is what excites him. And this is really why he's doing it. At the end of the day, he's doing it for all of us. That is what gets him going. And he said, all my life, I thought I wanted to do something different. Perhaps that required a bigger team, more people who wanted to make a difference as well. And that is where you guys all come into play. Again, we've said it on many, many occasions, how important all of you people out there are, not only to Ash, but also the business. It is a collective, a community, a special place that we all feel at home. And this is why we are all going to be the first wave of the next phase. We are going to be invited to participate in the next business. Will we have to be qualified to enter it? Absolutely. This is new. And he mentioned this further on in the webinar as well. Ash also recognized the amount of work that Julie was doing as well and how valuable she is to the business itself. He also then talked about the old business, the old vehicle, on passive, I'll say it. It got us where we wanted to go. It did very well, didn't it? When it first started, it was flying and we were motoring on down the road, and then it broke down and it got us to a point where it needed to be repaired, or we had to face a couple of options, whether to repair the vehicle and carry on with it. And that was the original idea. That was what he wanted to do. It's what most of us wanted to do as well, repair it and then move on. But he brought a new team in. And when the new team, who were, let's face it, more qualified to make these kinds of decisions than Ash was, it became very clear that a new vehicle was needed. Now, this didn't happen overnight. This was put into place an awful long time ago. We're not talking just 1 year ago. We're talking before that. Ash knew things weren't going quite to plan a long time ago. And this was all implemented a long time ago. And when the new team came on board, they made the difficult decision, I suppose, that a new vehicle was needed. It wasn't an easy choice. none of the scenarios, the three scenarios that he'd actually told us about of what was possible with on passive, were really going to fix the problem. So something needed to change, and that change was to get ourselves a new vehicle to get to the destination via a different route, rather than patching up the old and going with that and having to patch it again on all the issues that were involved with it. It wasn't going to change any of those issues that were revolving around that old business. So the decision was decided to build from the ground up with the new team in a new location, new everything. Nothing from the old is going to be moving forward. The only thing that is moving forward into the next stage is Ash Mafara. So we really need to start changing our mentality as far as what we had moving forward. That is there, but that's not going to be there moving forward. So whatever we have done previously is immaterial to what we are going to be moving to. And there's a lot of reasons for this. There has been internal, external problems that we all know about. More qualifications of people who are entering the new phase need to be done. And I'll explain more about that as we go through this recap. He said that the alignment of the new team now understands his vision, what he is trying to achieve. He actually said, thank God they do. They get me. They understand me. They know exactly what I am trying to achieve with this new vehicle going to our ultimate destination. So we are going to keep O News alive in the OES for as long as it takes to resolve all the issues of that old vehicle on passive. That includes the commissions that might be owed. This is all being taken care of. It is a work in progress, and that is where any news to do with on passive will be published. But moving forward, we need to be in a different area. We need to be separate from that OES that is attached to on passive. So we are moving forward in a more tangible way. So the survey one, that was the qualifying of people who are still interested. Survey two was the qualifying of how many people are interested. And the last part is we need to verify those amount of people to make sure they are aligned and fit to move forward into the next stage. So how do we build that bridge, that gap, that holding area between the old and the new? Ash called it a bridge. I think it's a great name for it because it is bridging that gap. And that relationship has been established. So the team looked at all sorts of ways to be able to do this, to take all of us from here to there. How is the best way of doing it? A bridge, funnel, whatever you want to call it. And the final decision was to have this holding area called Victory with Ash. Quite a cool name. Winning. Victorious. With our CEO, Ash Mufara. But I am going to emphasize that is not the name of the next business. It is just the name of that holding area. A bit like Go Founders, O Founders was, if you remember. That was our holding area where we can correspond, we can learn new things. And this is exactly what this area is going to be. So how are we going to get to this bridging area, victory with Ash? In October, that's coming up, isn't it? Tuesday, 1st of October. And he does expect it to be very shortly within October. The new platform, Victory with Ash, will be available for those who have been qualified and quantified to move forward into that holding area. It's a new funnel, and we will provide increased value within this platform. There is going to be lots of things in there. There's going to be training, there's going to be teachings from people that he has had mentoring from himself personally, and he is allowing us to have the same mentoring from these individuals through videos, etc., within that holding area. There is no money involved, guys. Nobody has to pay anything, but the qualification is necessary. So as soon as we are given the green light, we will be able to go into the OES where it is at the moment, to click a link, and that'll take us to an area where we will have to answer between 10 and 12 different questions. This is our qualifying. This is our verification. This is our, are we fit to move forward into the next holding area? That is that bridge. There's also going to be a KYC that we will have to prove that we are a real person. Now, I do know that people are saying, are we going to be required to have passports or IDs of some sort for this KYC? My understanding is no, we have to make sure we are a real person. How's that going to be done? I don't know. But the questions and the KYC is all being done by a third party external from the business, so that we do not, as a company, have to deal with any of that. But we do have to make sure that every single person has to go through the qualifications of answering the questions and the KYC. Now, this brings up another question that I've been asked already. What happens if I had multiple accounts before and I want multiple accounts in the future? Remember, guys, I'm going to keep on saying it and reiterating it. What we had before, we are not taking any of the old forward into the new. Are we allowed to have more accounts? The answer to that is yes, as long as they are in a different person's name, that they can then answer the questions and pass the KYC. But we will have to see how and what those questions are and how that KYC works. Myself personally, I'm having one, and I had 13 accounts before. I'm quite happy to have one. My wife, Jane, she'll have one. I don't need any more than that. If my kids want one, they will sign up and they will do their own KYC and answer the questions. But we will really have to see how it works. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be easy, it's not going to be difficult, and it's going to be available to every single person who was in the old platform. That platform is nearly ready now, that bridge. And we will receive proper education within this new platform, Victory with Ash. Think of it as a stage of connection, a place that we can hang. It's not the new business, it's a communication hub, a training center, the only place that will reveal the next chapter, not the old. This is the new. This will also equip you with the necessary means to move into that new vehicle and next phase. But remember, not all will qualify to move into that next stage. That's the reality. The reality is there because we want the right people with the right attitude, with the right foresight to go into the next phase of this business, whatever it's called. But we've already got so much information. We know that the on passive bus is parked, it's there, and anything to do with it is still being worked on and will be resolved. We now know how we're going to get to our next phase through this bridge funnel called Victory with Ash. We know that we are doing our very best to make sure the right people are there. There is questions that we will have to answer to be verified that we are worthy to move forward into this Victory with Ash area. We will have to pass a KYC to make sure we are real people, and that will be shown with a green tick next to your name to say that you have been verified. This adds safety and security to absolutely everybody that is in that platform. So this is a place to share the new without the old. Once you have passed all of those, guess what you get? You get your membership for Victory with Ash, and you will also get your referral link with Victory with Ash. And you can go and share that with your flock, your circle, your gang, whoever it may be. And this is where we will be given time to invite as many people as we possibly can into your circle, behind you. This is your time to shine. This is you getting your gang together to follow you into the next phase by sharing your link with these people. Come and join us. All you have to do, click on this link, answer the questions, do the KYC, you're good to go. Hasn't cost you a penny. And it's going to be everybody's choice which gang you want to be in, which flock, which crowd do you want to be part of. That is going to be your choice. So think about it a little bit of where you want to be. He also said his opinion, this will break internet records. Whatever it takes, all the ingredients for success are there. I have put them there, he said. Victory says it all. What a great name. Everything is there for us to use, leverage the training, the growth, realistic and practical education to make you ready for when we go into that next phase. It will help you improve habits, enhance your communication skills, modern marketing know-how, and branding. All of this has been done for us so that we can learn, we can execute, and we can successfully be able to build our business. He actually gets weekly advice and education and coaching by these people who are going to be doing it for us. And it's much more fulfilling for him, he said, if he can share these values to all of us collectively at his cost. It's not free. It costs money for these people to coach others. Many of us here have had private coaching lessons from many people. It's not cheap. We're getting it for that much. Zero. All we have to do, click the link, answer the questions, do KYC. We're in. We can start learning. We can start building. We can start making better of ourselves prior to us moving into the next business. We have had some cons along with the pros on our journey over the 8 years. Many thought that it could get something for nothing. The thinking of that simplest way of making money to earn money is not realistic. A little bit of work has to be done on your behalf, and that is not unrealistic. Nothing is free in life. Everything has a cost to it, whether it is self-education, whether it is improvement, whether it is doing a little work to spread the word. All of these sort of things are going to improve you and make it more realistic for you to earn an income within the next phase. Is the company going to do things for us? Absolutely, they are. They are going to spread the word for us through YouTube, through social media, through AI marketing. He mentioned this. But you have to be, as Susie McRae said, self-sufficient. You have to look after yourself. And part of the looking after yourself is to learn new skills. She doesn't need others to hand her a free lunch. And we could all use a bit of that Susie education. He then went on to say, we need a place to help us prepare how to operate the next vehicle. Victory with Ash allows him to be the only bridge between the old and the new. And remember, no money is needed. It is the holding area. So there's 3 pillars that we're going to stick to within Victory with Ash. The 3 R's: rise, reset, and refocus. We're going to rise and lift your expectations, reset, let go of old habits that do no longer require help in the new. We're going to refocus and channel that success forward for you. That functionality, that coaching and that experience of all of those people, it comes with the experience. They've been there, they understand it. And within the next few days, we expect to work on moving you through this new priority positioning into Victory with Ash. Once that privilege is given to you and allowed to expand their circle within Victory with Ash, like I said, you will get a referral link that you can share with as many as people as you want. They will have to qualify. They will have to pass a KYC. So once that is there, okay, get hold of it. It's not sophisticated, it's not complicated, and you will have plenty of time to fill it out. There is no time limit to it, guys. It's not going to run out. You're not going to get left behind. If you do it this week, next month, it doesn't matter. You will still be allowed into Victory with Ash and allowed to get your link so that you can share it with other people. The qualification is only your input for those questions. Then you will be provided all the necessary tools to expand your circle. They're going to give us templates of emails, templates of social media posts, templates of all sorts of things that we can use and utilize to get that word out. Yes, there's the KYC aspect, but it's easy. It's proving that you're real. And all of this, like I said, is going to be handled by a third party. In the past, anybody could stream our information, right? All you have to do is render a video, put it on your YouTube, and you're good to go. That's going to change. Why? Because AI has come a long way. There's little gadgets now that we will know when somebody is using our material and streaming it either on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or any of the others. So there is a code of conduct necessary for part of us moving forward. Because of the legal aspects of consequence, if one shares restricted information, guess what? You're not for this business. You are going against that code of conduct. It's very simple. Stick to the rules, you're good to go. Behave yourself, you're good to go. But if you fall foul of them, we don't want you. We're not playing by the old rules. These are the new rules. And if you don't like those rules, then maybe this isn't for you. It's nothing hard. It's nothing unexpected in the real world. So make sure that you read everything. Make sure that you understand everything through your journey into victory with Ash. He also said, I just want you to know my overexcitement is coming through me like you've probably not seen before. He is excited because he knows how brilliant this transition is going to be for everyone. It really is a brilliant idea to take all of us from here through this transition, for this Holden area victory with Ash, into the next place. He also said, please have an open mind about this process. Let go of that last reach. Let's go of what was there and look forward to the big, bold, beautiful dream that we are giving you guys in the next phase. He cannot emphasize enough, he said, that this is new. Nothing attached from the old. Leave that behind. This is a new, fresh start. This is what we are doing. You see a value almost at once in what you are. You're not going to be disappointed when you get into victory with Ash. So forget about what happens and this and all the rest of it and all of the things that you might be stressing about at the moment. Before you stress about it, come on in, have a look, and I can assure you the value you see there, what we are trying to do, all of that anxiety will disappear. So the link for us to go into victory with Ash will be posted in the ecosystem as soon as possible. Could be as early as middle to end of next week. The value of this, he said, alone is already a business in itself. If this gift was of so much value, think of the skill level that you are going to have to be more productive after all of this has finished. It's going to make all of us a better person. Please understand and have faith in all of us and unify that we are going to a much better place. He does not expecting the status quo to be the same as it was. This is something brand new. He then talked a little bit about marketing. He said, as of yesterday, we have developed a new marketing system, tools and methods that make a difference. If one could pay a tiny amount to advertise one's products and tap into someone's YouTube channel, unlimited amounts, one event, and the talent that work presenting to hundreds of thousands of people across the globe with your link attached to that video presentation, think of those possibilities. It's a small step to fill in an application into the ecosystem to get your key. And this is coming very soon. This really is a chance for all of us to succeed. Are you going to play or are you going to pass? Are you going to come with us to break the records, to reshape the digital world? The days ahead, he said, are exciting and full of fun. Like I said, for me, this is one of the most important webinars we've had for a very, very long time. Yes, there's going to be lots of questions by a lot of people. Yes, there's people who are going to be anxious. Yes, there's people who are still going to think in the old mentality. But we're going somewhere new. I really believe that this is our victory. It's our chance to be able to move forward to something bigger, brighter, more beautiful than it was before, without the baggage that we managed to pick up along the way. It's a clean start. The slate has been wiped, and we can finally get going in that new vehicle to the next phase. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I hope it's helped to maybe dispel a few fears by so many. We've all worked extremely hard in the past with the old business to make that work. That experience, that knowledge, that things that we have learnt along the way will do us proud moving into the next. So grab hold of it, run with it, utilize it, and make a success of everything that you are trying to do. That's it from me. I'll see you all tomorrow for Monday Fun Day with Jane. Hope it's been a good recap. Hope it's helped to allay a few fears and hope to maybe explain things a little bit better. That's it from me. See you soon.